race number 1. We'll be moving on to the last of our first set of races, the South Coast Honda Ultimate Superminis Pit Bike Open. Here we are then for the last of our first round of races, the South Coast Honda Ultimate Superminis. Joe Dickinson lines up on pole position, Chris Weston is in second place, Ty Kinton is in third, Pete Ward is on fourth place in the grid, and our third row consists of Charlie Herons and Joe Goggins, fifth and sixth. Gaz Roberts will line up in seventh, ahead of Dane Blackburn in eighth. Ross Humphreys and Josh Alder are ninth and 10th respectively. David Weston lines up in 11th place ahead of Nathan Flanagan, the number 14 bike in 12th. 13th will be 30 Tom Lewis, and 14th Sam Crooks. Elliot Dufton steps up into the more senior category, he's 15th place. A great ride from him to win earlier. Luke Bithell will be 16th place alongside him. Kia Armstrong and Scott Larkin are on the row behind that, row number 9. And on row number 10, Mark Evans and Michael Farrader are 19th, 20th. 21st goes to William Lawrence Wardle, Richard Barnes is 22nd. 23rd will be James Edwards, Jack Bednarek, 24th, Josh Bednarek, 25th, 26th, Adam Brown, Steve Gurnhill, Aaron Howe, Craig Daffin, Sean Strudwick, Leslie Noble, Tom Ricketts and Chloe Jones round out this grid. We are just ready to get underway. Green flag ready in front of the grid, up it goes, and away we go. Good start from pole position, and indeed second place at Joe Dickinson and Chris Weston. Dickinson holds the lead at the minute, although Weston, we've got number 59 struggling to get going there. That is posted on that one. Otherwise, all our riders are safely through and up to the S. It's a big field, this one, as you can see. Should be lots of action to bring you. Up front, Dickinson still leads from Weston. Ty Kinton up there. This championship battle is a close one. Ty Kinton currently leads Pete Ward and Chris Weston. Gaz Roberts and Dane Blackburn up there as well. Keep an eye on Weston and Kinton. Joe Dickinson not quite doing as well in the championship. He's in 7th. He's an accomplished rider nonetheless. Here they are through Joey Dunlop for the first time. Across the start finish, we have an order. Joe Dickinson, Chris Weston, Ty Kinton, top 3. Pete Ward up into 4th. He needed that. Gaz Roberts up 2 into 5th. Joe Goggins, Charlie Herons, Ross Humphreys, Nathan Flanagan and Dane Blackburn rounds out the top 10. Our leading trio come through the S's for the second time into Luna Bend. Joe Dickinson in the white helmet, Chris Weston in the orange, and just behind them Ty Kinton in the orange and yellow. Darker suit to Chris Weston, who is challenging up the hill. We've cut away from them on camera. You can see up front, yes, Weston has made it stick. He's taken the lead off Joe Dickinson. Through now into Joey Dunlop they come. We're looking at 4th and 5th. That's Pete Ward and Gaz Roberts. Confirmation then on your timing screens will come up momentarily. Chris Weston takes the lead. Joe Dickinson 2nd. Ty Kinton 3rd. Pete Ward holds off Gaz Roberts in 4th and 5th.
Well, a great start there for Chris Weston. Of course, Joe Dickinson, the rider who smashed the qualifying times this morning. But Chris Weston looks strong, and no real surprise seeing battling at the front. There's some fast, furious action. Ty Kinton and Pete Ward looking good. But at the front, here we see the battle for the lead going through Luna, and it looks to me like Joe Dickinson is starting to eye up his lines here, looking to find a way through the go down Conrod Straight, but at the moment Chris Weston's got the line covered as the rest of the top 10 we see here making their way onto Conrod Straight for that second lap.
It's a fantastic three-way battle for the lead and a five-way battle for fourth place I should say, behind them. Coming across the line now, and is another change for the lead. Chris Weston loses out. Joe Dickinson is back in front, and Ty Kinton is right on their tail as well. They're coming down into the valley now.
Just a bit further back, the rider's in shot now. This is the battle for fourth place. Pete Ward, Gaz Roberts, Joe Goggins, all very close, and we cut back to our leaders. And here we see the Husqvarna of Joe Dickinson. It's a three-way, free-manufactured battle here. Husqvarna, KTM in second, and the Honda 150 of Ty Kinton just shadowing in third place. So it's 85cc two-strokes versus the 154 in third. And Kinton just trying to get the traction out of that corner through Luna down the Conrod Straight, but not really able to gain on the two leaders, but still finely poised at the front as they make their way over the crest and down towards Joey Dunlop.
Yes, as mentioned, Kinton there in third place, our championship leader, so he'll be happy to pick up a solid score of points here, but don't rule out him making a challenge for that lead later on in the race. 6 laps remain.
So it's a tightly poised battle at the front of the top three, breaking away from the rest of the pack. Kinton just lost the back end slightly there, only losing a few tenths. And there you see the rest of the top 10 just coming through towards the valley now, headed by Pete Ward. Well, Joe Goggins all over the back wheel. They go through the S's. Here we go, this very close battle. Number 32 there, Pete Ward, Joe Goggins, Gaz Roberts also involved in that one. There's Roberts of the green leathers, number 212, having a look down the inside. May well have made the pass stick on Joe Goggins, and well, the man on the charge here, Gaz Roberts, the green and black leathers, number 212, switches his line down the inside, but I don't think he's going to get the apex. No, he stays in position, but Gaz Roberts on a charge in 6th place at the moment.
Yes, then they come towards Joey Dunlop. These 5 have been together since the start, lining up a move now into paddock up the inside. Nothing quite happens. Ty Kinton is dropping down the order on the timing. I'm just going to have a quick look out the window and see if I can still see him. I can't. Ty Kinton has dropped out of this one, unseen by our cameras and unseen by our commentary team.
He must have gone straight into the pits, I wonder. Perhaps he knew something was wrong there. But Chris Weston, incidentally, fastest lap of the race last time round. They're going down Conrod Straight, and he is right on the tail. Here we see this battle between Ward and Goggins. They make their way down Conrod Straight. Oh, and a good line choice there from the 23 of Joe Goggins on the inside of Pete Ward. But how's it looking at the front? I think it's very close between first and second behind this, well, just in front of this superb battle.
It is indeed. We have across the start-finish line now Joe Dickinson and Chris Weston. Ty Kinton has definitely dropped out of this one. That will be damaging to his championship hopes as Dickinson leads Weston into the valley.
Well, all the action at the moment, it's still finely poised between first and second, but even closer here for third, with Joe Goggins leading this whole train of riders. Second, well, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and 7th position, Dane Blackburn, just on the back of this little battle. There we see the number 23 of Joe Goggins heading the group of riders through. Ross Humphries, 67, also in there. But all finely poised as the leaders make their way down Conrod Straight, and Chris Weston still trying to find a way through. There's the 69 lap down at the moment, letting that train of riders through.
Yes, it's Sean Struckett there passing.
He's dropping off the pace somewhat there, but still very close with Joe Dickinson and Chris Weston at the front. They go charging through. There we see the 3rd place rider in shot. Day glowy leathers there of 23 Joe Goggins in 3rd place, doing a fantastic job here of holding off Gaz Roberts and Ross. Oh, but he's made a mistake there. Out of just, that's the commentator's curse, unfortunately, right on cue. Small mistake from Goggins, and Gaz Roberts didn't need to be asked twice there.
Just an update, we've got Ty Kinton showing as 8th place, which would be just behind this battle. In fact, is that near the back?
No, I think that's actually 67. Ross Humphries, Dane Blackburn should be through a little further behind.
3rd, 4th, 5th,
Yeah, 67.
yes, Ty Kinson somewhere behind this battle, followed by Elliot Duffy, a winner from one of our junior classes earlier on, so good running from him.
Great move there down the straight from Ross Humphries, actually.
Yes, up front, Dickinson still leads Western. They're heading into the valley now. These five come across the start finish line. Gaz Roberts leads Joe Goggins, Ross Humphries, Dane Blackburn and Nathan Flanagan.
Joe Goggins here trying to fight back, but Gaz Roberts doing a great job of holding on to that third place, pulling a very small gap, only by a few tenths. And a bit ragged through the S's there, and split the apex, I think, which allows Goggins to catch up as they head down the Rogerton straight towards Luna. The yellow flags are up there, but I don't think that's one of the leaders on 69. That's the one we saw earlier. Not really past the race.
That's Sean Strudwick.
As we see now Joe Goggins having a look down the inside on Conrod Straight. Oh, but he's made the pass stick there out of nowhere. Great move there from Joe Goggins back into third.
We're on the last lap. There's been so much action, we haven't even kept track of how many laps of that going. But Joe Dickinson leads this one. Chris Weston behind him. We follow the battle for third place now. It's still anyone's game.
0.3 of a second covering the top two riders as they, well, I think they're nestled into the back markers. Now here we see our two leaders threading their way through, and at the moment it looks like Joe Dickinson making a good job of it, but Weston hanging on in there in second place. There he goes down the inside of the back marker. There we see the two riders at the front of the pack. That's our two race leaders down Conrod for the final time. Weston has a little peek down the inside, but he's not close enough to get through.
I think this one's Dickinson's. And yes, into Joey Dunlop. Dickinson comes out onto the start finish straight, and he's going to be close.
Oh, it's going to be close there. Weston took it.
Got it.
Well, Dickinson made a small mistake going out to Joey Dunlop.
I think he got complacent. I think he tried to pop a wheelie over the line and lost it.
He seemed to really drag race to the line there.
And he'll be kicking that one if the timing screens are correct. I mean, what else can you go by?
Well, that was fine margins there. Dickinson seemed to just get on the curb wheel on that final corner, and I think Weston saw half an advantage. Was that 300th of a second, I think, was it? That's horrible. That happened to me a few weeks ago. Was made a mess of the final corner, and then no matter how much power you put down, it's just not enough, and it's a bit of a kick in the teeth when you cross the line in those circumstances.
I can't quite believe what I've just seen. I genuinely think that was complacency. I don't think it was a mistake coming out of the corner. I think he tried to pop the front wheel up and lost out as a result. Other results, Joe Goggins came home in third place, Gaz Roberts in fourth, and Ross Humphries in fifth. Here we have a few replays, a few of the start. Ty Kinton still involved at this point. Here's your battle for what became third place. Raging throughout the race, number of chopping and changing in and out of corners. Here we have our leaders on the last lap coming through some back markers. This time Dickinson heading western. What are we going to see here? The finish? Yes, here we'll see the finish. And yeah, he looks to have the pace, tries to pop the front wheel up, and through comes Dick. And obviously a great finish to the race with rain now pouring on the track. Next up, we have our last race of the day, actually. It's the South Coast Honda Ultimate Superminis. Here we are for our last race of the day, our South Coast Honda Ultimate Superminis. Joe Dickinson lines up on pole position for this one. Chris Weston is alongside him in second place. Ty Kinson will start the race in third, with Pete Ward in fourth behind him. Charlie Herons and Joe Goggins are our third row of the grid. Our fourth comprises of Gaz Roberts in 7th and Dane Blackburn in 8th. Ross Humphreys and Josh Alder complete the top 10. They are 9th and 10th. David Weston will be 11th, Nathan Flanagan 12th. 13th, Tom Lewis starts just ahead of Sam Crooks, who's 14th. And then Elliot Dufton, who we saw out earlier in the junior class, will start this one in 15th. He had a good run in this step up for him earlier on. Let's hope to see a strong showing from him again this afternoon. He's lined up alongside Luke Bithell on the 8th row of the grid. Keir Armstrong on the 22 bike is in 17th position, and on the 81, Scott Larkin will be in 18th. Mark Evans is in 19th alongside Michael Farada in 20th. William Lawrence Wardle starts 21st. 22nd will be Richard Barnes. James Edwards on the 35 bike will start 23rd. Alongside him is Jack Bednarek, just ahead of Joshua Bednarek in 25th. 26th will be Callum Brown. Stephen Gernhill, 27th. 28th, Aaron Howe. Craig Daffin, 29th. 30th will be Sean Strudwick, who had a few problems earlier on. Leslie Noble will be starting 31st. Callum Ricketts, 32nd. And Chloe Jones in 33rd. Those last two did not set times in qualifying, but hopefully we'll see them out for the race. Bit of a different challenge in the wet this track, Chris?
Absolutely. Obviously, fairly new tarmac still, so obviously the guys have put plenty of rubber down over the last. There's some practice on Friday and yesterday. So the trouble is, if that rubber's down, that's going to make that racing line very slippery indeed. Water to sit on top of the rubber, so we could have some problems. But a fantastic grid for the last race.
Yeah, it's always a big grid in the South Coast Honda Ultimate Super Minis, but as you can see on the camera now, the rain really is pouring. It's full-on wet condition. That makes it look worse than it is. That's a full-on storm, doesn't it? It is the other side of the track to me, but yeah, a little bit windy and yeah, we're in the pits.
Should be entertaining. So.
Joe Dickinson say there's one or two still to come out the pits.
Speaking to your father in the paddock this morning, the forecasters, maybe it's going to rain. And the answer was, he's got intermediates that will do. It's as close as he can get to his wets. But I think we've been fairly lucky. The forecast wasn't particularly good for today, so I think we have been very lucky there.
There's the 212 on the left-hand side. That's Gaz Roberts. He'll be in 7th place. And 57 on the right-hand side is Chris Weston, in 2nd. Looks like race leader pole sitter Joe Dickinson isn't looking at this. That's Ty Kinton on the left-hand side of the screen. He's due to start in 3rd. And yes, that is everyone bar the late edition. I believe was Nathan Flanagan due to start in 12th. Out a minute. He must be on the grid because the green flag is up and we are racing. Good start from the front of the new grid from Chris Weston. Ty Kinton not able to make an impression on him as Weston leads the way down into the valley now for the first time. Although great lunge up the inside.
Gone too wide.
Yes, hell of a lunge, but unfortunately Chris Weston says thank you very much, I'll take the lead back. That was, I believe, Pete Ward with the lunge.
it's so hard for the leader because they just don't know how far they can push these bikes at the moment in these tricky conditions.
2 warm-up laps may have been a good idea. But Pete Ward seems to think he knows where the grip is. The riders move safely in these wet conditions as they go up the hill. Let's keep an eye on the timing screens as they come through. I should give you the order as and when I know it. We do know that Chris Weston has held the lead though. Intense pressure from a few others though. Here we are then, Chris Weston, Pete Ward, Gaz Roberts and Ty Kinton in the top 4. Those are the ones on screen now. Pete Ward in the darker outfit goes for the lunge again up the inside and around the outside. Gaz Roberts. Chris Weston again says thank you very much, I'll have that place back. Taking his grippier line.
This could be through the S's, the first right hand of the S's, one that the puddles do start to form, that's where they could be caught out.
Into Luna now, Chris Weston, Pete Ward, Gaz Roberts and Ty Kinton still the order. Gaz Roberts looking racy, although he's got a wide line there. Let's see who can manage to climb the best. Ty Kinton looks to the inside. Overpress, Roberts has a sniff. Weston getting away at the front. Roberts dives to the inside. So that's a good move. Can he hold it? Yes, he can. Covers the inside of paddock and holds second place. So it's Weston, Roberts, Ward and Kinton now. Top 4. No lunge up the inside of Valley this time.
But look at that gap, drastically reduced in just a couple of corners. Looks like the leader had pulled well clear, but not at all.
I think Gaz Roberts fancies these conditions, to be honest with you. Chris Weston still holding his own at the front. Ty Kinton remains in 4th place. Round Luna they go. Somewhat split these two, 1st and 2nd, 3rd and 4th, as Roberts has a little look on the exit of the corner. One to keep an eye on. Ty Kinton very close to the back of Pete Ward. Takes the inside of the circuit. I think he got the job done there. Switch back now to our leading pair, and up the inside goes Gaz Roberts.
That was a brave move.
He's done it twice in 2 laps. Excellent stuff from Gaz Roberts. And yes, Ty Kinton did get up into 3rd place. So it's all change at the front. We've got Roberts, Weston, Kinton and Ward.
And he's putting away a little bit as well. So thanks to these conditions.
Yes, he's definitely in the zone in the wet. Ward's not done with Kinton. He's close to the back of him. Weston desperately trying to keep with Roberts here as we enter Luna. Again, 4 laps remain of this one. We're halfway through the race already. Further back, Dane Blackburn holds 5th position. Tom Lewis is in 6th. Josh Alder has just overtaken Sam Crooks for 7th. William Lawrence Wardle is 9th. And David Weston rounds out your top 10. Going up the hill again now. Gaz Roberts to Chris Weston, although he's not dropping him just yet. Let's have a look at the gap next time around. Here's where Roberts made the difference. He's just as quick when he takes the racing line as well. Through they go. Only 0.4 of a second in it. Not much of a difference. 0.2 between Ty Kinton and Pete Ward. Here we have Dane Blackburn and Josh Alder. Blackburn leads at the minute from the 59 bike of Alder, where he's very close to the back wheel and gets great drive out of the corner. Slots into 5th place. There's Josh Alder. Dane Blackburn loses out. Chase the race leaders, and there's been a change for 3rd place. Paul Ward is back ahead of Ty Kinton. Ty Kinton tries to get him back up the hill. We'll follow that one closely as possible as we watch Josh Alder, the new 5th place man, and Dane Blackburn up the hill after them. There it is, Paul Ward confirmed ahead of Ty Kinton. That's the swap for 3rd place that's happened this lap as they come around now. 2 laps remain after this one. Gaz Roberts completes his 5th circuit. Chris Weston still with him for company. Paul Ward now in third place ahead of Ty Kinton. Josh Alder is in fifth. Dane Blackburn, Tom Lewis, Sam Crooks, William Lawrence Wardle and David Weston, your top 10. Weston by no means losing Pete Ward. In fact, he kept that gap down below 0.4 of a second. He may have another look towards the end of the race. There's your 30 bike of Tom Lewis. Has he got ahead of Dane Blackburn there? Or is that Sam Crooks? I think that's Sam Crooks as we see Dane Blackburn coming through there. So yes, Tom Lewis under intense pressure from Sam Crooks. And behind them, William Lawrence Wardle. Crooks goes to the inside of the track and overtakes Tom Lewis, and round the outside goes William Lawrence Wardle. Tom Lewis obviously not too handy down the straight. The top four stays the same as we get a little bit of a shot of the plastic bag that's around the camera. We're on the last lap. Our leaders now coming through the S's, and Gaz Roberts is under intense pressure now from Weston. Weston has lost out though through back markers. He was a little bit excited there, thinking one of the back markers was Weston and was ahead of him. Yes, here is Gaz Roberts now with a bit of gap back to the orange helmeted Weston. Comes out of the last straight. Looks to have that little bit of a cushion now that he needs on this last lap. No danger of getting a taste of his own medicine into Joey Dunlop.
Very strange line as he went up to the mountain. He just stayed right hand side of the circuit.
Rounds the last corner then. Gaz Roberts, an excellent win. Some fantastic overtaking manoeuvres. Takes the win from Chris Weston. And then Pete Ward narrowly misses out to Ty Kinton for third place. Ty Kinton snatching that back on the last lap. Josh Alder finishes in fifth place. Dane Blackburn will come in sixth. Sam Crooks and William Lawrence Wardle moved up positions on screen. David Weston also pipped Tom Lewis there, who to finish ninth. Lewis comes home in 10th. We wait to see if James Edwards or Nathan Flanagan finishes 11th. And there's confirmation that it is Edwards. Flanagan should then finish 12th, with Joshua Bednarek 13th. Leslie Noble confirmed 14th. Keir Armstrong confirmed 15th. And Luke Bithell, a few laps down, will be classified as 16th in this one. There is your confirmation of the end result. Roberts, cracking win for him. Weston second place, Kinton third, and Ward fourth. Didn't let us down that one, Chris.
No, yeah, that was good. Nice way to finish off the day.
Here's Ward's first attempt at diving down the inside there. Chris Weston taking the space back immediately. I think he tries that on the lap after as well. Here's Gaz Roberts trying to go around the outside of Luna. It's an ambitious one, that. Weston's still in the lead at this point. Here's the first of Gaz Roberts. Oh, no, sorry, the second of Gaz Roberts dive up the inside of Joey Dunlop. That one for the lead. And here he is taking the checker flag at the end. Sorry, that one at the end. I'm not sure that one. Here's the double overtake. William Lawrence Wardle with the impressive one around the outside. This is Gaz Roberts taking the checker flag. Comprehensive victory for him. Like I said, I really think the conditions suited him this afternoon, and the rest of the riders coming home to complete that race.